Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Gadigal people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello Squiz Kids listeners and welcome to another Kids vs Adults weekly news quiz. Your chance to see who's had their listening ears on and been paying the most attention to the week that just was. I'm Bryce Corbett. All week in the Squiz Kids Today podcast, we've been bringing you the big news stories of the day, run through our kid-friendly filter to make sure you know all you need to know about the world around you. Now, it's time to test how much of the week's news you've retained. So here's how it works. 5 questions for kids about the week in news, then 5 questions for adults. Whoever answers the most correct questions wins. Simples. You ready? Let's do this. Alright kids, here are your 5 questions. Question number 1. Australia observed an important public holiday this week just gone, commemorating Australians who have gone to war. What's the name of that special day? Yeah, that's right, it's Anzac Day. Question number 2. This week in the podcast, we heard about a bird screeching competition in Belgium, where contestants did their best impression of which chip-loving, beach-hovering bird. Was it A, the vulture, B, the budgie, or C, the seagull? Yeah, of course, it was C, the seagull. Question number 3. This week in our Spin the Globe podcast, we visited Japan. What is the capital of Japan? Yeah, well done. The capital of Japan is Tokyo. Question number 4. This week in the podcast, we learned how an Australian man won a prize in England for making what sort of delicious breakfast conserve or spread, which is great on toast and a favourite of Paddington Bears. Yeah, of course, I'm talking about marmalade. Question number 5. Which state, which is also Australia's only island state, this week learned it would be getting its very own AFL team? Yes, of course, it's Tasmania. How did you go, kids? How many did you get right out of 5? Do you reckon that's enough to beat the adults? Yeah, I reckon so too. All right, adults, now it's your turn. Fire up the grey matter. Here we go. Question number 1. What is expected to be the name of the new Tasmanian AFL team? Yep, they're expected to be called the Tassie Devils. Question number 2. What's the official name of the king for whose upcoming coronation the award-winning marmalade was made? Yep, that's right, it's King Charles III. Question number 3. Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neil announced an overhaul of which system this week after describing its current state as like looking at a bowl of spaghetti? Yeah, of course, I'm talking about the migration system. Question number 4. Which late British rock star's eclectic collection of art and assorted, splendid things was it announced this week would be put up for auction? Yeah, of course, it was Queen's Freddie Mercury. Question number 5. What long-awaited announcement did US President Joe Biden make this week? Yes, that's right. He announced that he would be running for the presidency again in 2024. All right, adults, how did you go? How many did you get right? Did you beat the kids? Who won bragging rights this week? Remember, if you've missed any of these cool news stories throughout the week and you want to refresh your memory, all of this week's Squiz Kids episodes are available for a re-listen wherever you get your podcasts. Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you're enjoying these quizzes. Don't forget there'll be a new one dropping first thing every Saturday morning. And the best bit, they're absolutely free. just as our other excellent content is now available for free too. We're talking Squiz Kids Shortcuts, a 10-minute deep dive on a range of cool topics, out every Monday. Squiz the World, in which Amanda takes kids on an audio excursion to a different country each week, which is out every Wednesday. And for all the teachers out there, there's the Classroom Companion, our teacher-produced daily classroom activity sheets, curriculum aligned and tied to news stories in the daily podcast. Genius. Check it all out at squizkids.com.au or simply subscribe to Squiz Kids in your favourite podcasting app and all the audio content will magically appear automatically. For now though, this is Bryce Corbett signing off and reminding you all to get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.